and thank you for joining us on African Free Press Television. I am Chika Anyanwu, bringing to you the news update. In Okene town of Kogi State, troops of the Nigerian army have engaged unknown gunmen in a gunfight. An Islamic cleric in the town told newsmen that the gunmen were terrorists. While in the city of Lagos, the military and other security agencies have beefed up surveillance around critical infrastructures. This was said to be a result of the infiltration of some Boko Haram commanders and elements into Lagos and other southern states. Following the offensive launched by the military in the Northeast Theater Zone, many of the fleeing terrorists, according to the security agencies, have infiltrated the southern parts of the country where they are said to be regrouping. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, hinted on the infiltration recently in Lagos, while addressing troops of the 9 brigades. He called on his personnel to collaborate with other security agencies, which he disclosed have already arrested a handful of the terrorists. Just as Senate President Bukola Saraki was busy on the floor of the Senate carrying out legislative activities, the National Assembly Tribunal sitting in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, has upheld its election as Senate representing Kwara Central Senatorial District in the Senate. The global rights organization Amnesty International, as part of its commitment to increase the impact of human rights work in Nigeria, has announced the opening of its Nigerian office today, being Tuesday, October 13, 2015. The organization revealed in a statement that the new Nigerian office will be headed by a former career diplomat, M.K. Ibrahim, who will support ongoing campaigns and research on Boko Haram, military abuses, use of torture, forced eviction, and the right to adequate housing and oil pollution in the Niger Delta. Amnesty International also disclosed that it intends to campaign with and mobilize civil society, activists, and members across Nigeria. According to the statement, all responsibilities previously held in London will henceforth be transferred to the new Nigerian office in Abuja. Femi Kuti, the first son of late Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti, has criticized President Muhammadu Buhari over the list of ministerial nominees sent to the National Assembly for screening, saying that the president is not ready for the business of governance and has deceived Nigerians. Femi Kuti, in an emotional tone, took a swipe at former President Olusegun Obasanjo, whose 8-year rule marked with corruption was being seen with President Muhammadu Buhari in recent days. He lamented that Nigerians have ignored the past of fraudulent administration, while the APC-led government alleged that the immediate past president, Jonathan's 6 years government, was the most corrupt in Nigeria. The musician, who spoke to newsmen recently at the Africa Shrine in Ikeja, Lagos, also questioned why the respective portfolios of the ministerial nominees were not stated in the list sent by the president. Femi Kuti called the development an abuse on the intellectual human rights of Nigerian citizens, stating that many Nigerians were students of history. The Nigerian police in Abuja had announced the arrest of 2 suspects in connection with the October 2 bombing in Nyanya and Kuje, satellite town of the Federal Capital Territory. It would be recalled that 20 persons had died in the bomb blast, leaving 21 others injured. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Solomon Arase, who confirmed the arrest at the Conference of Senior Police Officers, said that the suspects, aged 25 and 27, were from Kogi State. Mr. Arase revealed that the arrest had followed an attempt by the suspects to undertake another attack in the Federal Capital Territory. He added that 12 prime homemade explosives were already prepared and concealed in 12 Ferrous soft drink cans, and also 28 pieces of electric detonators have been recovered from the suspects. South African mine workers infected with the disease of silicosis and tuberculosis have issued a class action lawsuit against 32 companies. The diseases, which are said to be degenerative lung diseases, had been linked to exposure to silica dust in South Africa's gold mine. According to AIDS and Rights Alliance for Southern Africa, 500,000 men travel from across the Southern African region to work in South Africa's mine every year. In doing so, they contract the disease as well as HIV, and this pattern of men arriving at the mines to work, becoming infected with tuberculosis and returning home again, has created an enormous public health crisis throughout the South African region. Meanwhile, South Africa's mine industry has suffered several setbacks ranging from sinking commodity prices, rising costs and labor unrest, forcing a number of companies into mine closure and layoffs. Iraqi military in a statement has claimed that its air force struck a convoy in West Anbar province that included Islamic State leader Abubakar al-Baghdadi. The fate of al-Baghdadi is yet unknown as he was carried away in a vehicle. The Iraqi Interior Ministry also said that 9 ISIS officials have been killed in the airstrike, along with a large number of Baghdadi's bodyguards. Among the slain officials include several military leaders and an advisor to Baghdadi. And in the world of sports, the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has nominated Nigerians Vincent Inyama and Ahmed Musa for the 2015 African Footballer of the Year. Inyama, who features for French club Lille, and Ahmed Musa, who had been in superb form for Russian army club CSKA Moscow, have been under review for the year. The reigning African Player of the Year, Yaya Toure, is also on a long list of 37 nominees. Yaya Toure has for the 4th time won the African Footballer of the Year prestigious award in the last 3 straight years. And that's the news at dusk on African Free Press Television. For more, do visit www.africanfreepress.com. Follow us on Twitter at African Free Press with a single S, and like us on Facebook at africanfreepress.com. I am Chika Anyanwu.